an enormous international search operation began. More than 20 countries joined the effort. Ships, aircraft, satellites, and underwater vehicles were deployed across a massive search area. On March 8, 2014, a passenger aircraft carrying 239 people disappeared during what should have been a routine international flight. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 was traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Within a few hours, the aircraft would vanish in a way that still cannot be fully explained. Shortly after midnight, the aircraft prepared for departure at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Passengers boarded the Boeing 777, unaware that their journey would soon become the focus of one of the largest aviation investigations in history. The aircraft carried 227 passengers from 14 different countries, along with 12 crew members. Among them were families, tourists, business travelers, and students returning home. Inside the cockpit were two experienced pilots. Captain Zaharia Ahmad Shah had more than 18,000 hours of flight experience. His co-pilot, Farik Abdul Hamid, was also well-trained and familiar with the aircraft. At 12:41 a.m., the aircraft lifted off from the runway and climbed smoothly into the night sky. Everything appeared completely normal. For the first hour of the flight, the plane followed its planned route across the South China Sea. The weather conditions were calm, and there were no signs of mechanical trouble. Air traffic controllers continued to monitor the aircraft as it approached the border between Malaysian and Vietnamese airspace. Communication between the cockpit and control towers remained routine. At 1:19 a.m., the co-pilot sent the final radio message to Malaysian Air Traffic Control. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Moments later, the aircraft's transponder stopped transmitting. Without the transponder signal, the aircraft disappeared from civilian radar systems. At first, controllers assumed the aircraft had simply moved into Vietnamese airspace. But Vietnamese controllers never received contact from the plane. Later, analysis revealed something strange. Military radar had briefly detected the aircraft turning back toward Malaysia. Instead of continuing toward Beijing, the aircraft had changed direction. The plane flew back across the Malay Peninsula and then continued northwest toward the Andaman Sea. Investigators struggled to understand why such a change would happen. Then, another mystery emerged. Although the aircraft had vanished from radar, satellites continued receiving signals from the plane. These signals were known as satellite pings. Data from the satellite company Inmarsat suggested that the aircraft continued flying for nearly 7 hours after disappearing from radar. This meant the aircraft had traveled thousands of kilometers without any confirmed contact with air traffic control. Using the satellite data, investigators calculated two possible flight paths. One route led north towards Central Asia. The other extended south into the vast Indian Ocean. As the investigation progressed, the southern route became the most likely possibility. Attention shifted toward a remote region of the southern Indian Ocean. Soon, an enormous international search operation began. More than 20 countries joined the effort. Ships, aircraft, satellites, and underwater vehicles were deployed across a massive search area. The operation quickly became the largest search effort in aviation history. Weeks passed with no sign of the aircraft. Search teams scanned endless stretches of ocean, but the sea revealed nothing. More than a year later, in July 2015, the first confirmed piece of debris was discovered. It washed ashore on Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. Investigators identified the object as a flaperon from a Boeing 777 wing. Serial numbers confirmed that it belonged to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. Over the following years, several additional fragments of debris were discovered along coastlines in Africa and nearby islands. These discoveries suggested that the aircraft had indeed crashed somewhere in the southern Indian Ocean. Yet the main wreckage of the aircraft has never been located. The flight recorders, often called the black boxes, have never been recovered. Many theories have been proposed about what happened to Flight MH370. Some investigators believe the aircraft was deliberately diverted. Others suggest that a mechanical failure may have disabled the crew. There are also theories involving hijacking or sudden decompression. But none of these explanations fully account for all the evidence. More than a decade later, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 remains unsolved. 239 people boarded that aircraft expecting to arrive in Beijing. Instead, the aircraft vanished into one of the most remote regions of the planet. Somewhere beneath the waters of the southern Indian Ocean, the answers may still lie hidden. Until the wreckage is discovered, the mystery of MH370 remains one of the most haunting aviation mysteries of modern history.